Hi, my name's Spaulding, and I race the 411 Free Hugs Racing Yamaha R6 in the Daytona 200. I started racing due to my BMX background. I used to race BMX as a kid. 2012 at Jennings GP, I did my first race and finished second overall. Got my first motorcycle 2007, and I went to my first Daytona 200 in 2010. I was like a little kid on the fence, had my little flip phone, watching the guys buzz by me at 180 miles an hour, just giggling. Never thought I'd be a part of it. I race Daytona because it's also a local race to me, but I enjoy the history behind it, and it's a one-off track. There's no other track in the world that's like Daytona. Another motivation in my life to race is actually my buddy Eric Cinnamon, who raced for the first time this year. He lost his right leg in an unfortunate accident 10 years ago on the Thursday before the Daytona 200. What shocked me the most was he was able to finish fourth with one leg at Daytona in his first ever amateur races. So I was super proud of him. On Thursday, when we arrived at the track, I was feeling very confident. Did a track day at the end of February at Jennings, where I'm very comfortable at, and ran some of my best times ever. Tire wear was great, bike was ready, performing very well. We unloaded the bike, went through tech Thursday afternoon. I was feeling very positive. Daytona is also special because people come from all over the world to race Daytona. Michael Dunlop this year, Sheridan Morales last year. People that are huge names. You do the best you can, one motor, one bike, one team. In order to pay for the Daytona 200, I started doing a raffle. The winner gets half of my winnings. Also, their name on the bike. People sign up from all over to play. Without their support, I wouldn't be able to race.
Daytona, there's one practice for CCS, then there's one official Daytona 200 practice, then there's 3 25-minute qualifying sessions.
I don't see Dan. Hope he's okay. Let's go check on him.
Friday, went to go out for morning warm-up, and the bike just felt a little off after the first lap. On the second lap, we actually blew up our motor.
So we came back, we had to struggle around the pits to try to find a motor from someone who had one because we didn't have a motor.
Nothing worse than spending a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of resources, only to blow up your motor on the second lap of practice.
After running around the pits, making some phone calls, everything else, we got another motor.
My close friend, Darwin, was able to track down one and get it to us for the race. So thankful for that.
Then we started installing the motor. We got to where we were 25 minutes from the last qualifying session, turned the power on, hit the starter, and absolutely nothing.
Cost me all the rest of practice, cost me qualifying 1, cost me qualifying 2.
the midst of things, what we ended up figuring out was we forgot to hook up all the ground wires for everything.
Hold on, I'm gonna fire it up.
Oh yay!
I just barely made it out for the third qualifying session.
So Dan, did we make it? We made it through qualifying?
We ran a 157. During this qualifying session, I actually had to pit in around lap 5 because I was crying. I had tears running down my face knowing that I made it into the field. After the morning warm-up, we were ready to start the race. And I lined up 28th in a field of over 50, which I was happy about after blowing a motor and not really knowing what I had under me. In the initial race start, I goofed up and there was something wrong with my clutch. As I revved, my bike launched forward, never even moved the clutch lever. So we were kind of up in the air about what was going on, but they penalized me for it and I had to do a stop and go penalty. Resulting in that penalty and 2 stop and goes, I was at the back end of the field. This cost me dearly. It put me a lap down behind a bunch of people that I knew I was faster than. Unfortunately, it's part of racing. I started making my way through the field. However, the leaders caught me and put me a lap down prior to the red flag on lap 16. So on lap 37, we made our last pit stop. My guys did a great tire change. We almost ran out of gas because I was pushing as far as we could to make sure that we made it to the end of the race. Had a nice couple battles with Johnny Rock and another rider that rides 999. Both of us were battling for many laps. It was actually a pretty epic battle for probably 20th place at the time. So at the end of the race, we ended up 16th. Realistically, I think the best that we could have done was 15th in this race, but overall, super happy how the whole race went. I'd like to give special thanks to my wife, Heather, for always supporting me, sticking through all the crashes, through all the tough times, through all the money spent, through all the tires in the spare room, all the gas in the garage. Thanks to all my sponsors and my supporters and all my friends and family that have my back, and the whole Free Hugs Racing team for having my back, helping me out, and making sure that my bike's 100% before it goes out on that track. With more support and more backing, there's no reason that we cannot finish top 10. We have the skill, we have the talent, we have the team. We just need a little bit more funding and a little bit more resources, and we can definitely make this a goal that can be accomplished.